This is Stu Ellis with your Illinois Corn Connection, brought to you by Illinois Corn. Over 363 bushels per acre. That was the 2023 corn yield for Findlay, Illinois farmer Troy Uphoff. Tops in Illinois, second in his national corn growers category. How did he do it?
Well, we'd like to call it 63, Stu. That's 8 bushel to the acre improvement over our yield in 2021.
Now, you've been getting hardware several different times here the last several years. How many times have you been at the top of the peak here?
Well, we got number one in the country back in 2021 with a new state record of 355. This year we got a second place with a yield of 363. But there again, it was a new state record. So we're excited and humbled all at the same time.
Now, it's just not Troy. It's Trent, it's Tony. There's all sorts of Uphoff names on those national corn grower records.
Yeah, we'd like to take a team approach, and that would be my dad and brother, and of course the team of employees we've got here at the farm. But we've also got other people involved in this too, and that's the crop physiology, the agronomy farm at South Farm at the U of I with Dr. Fred Below and Dr. Connor Sybil.
And you really have tossed a lot of credit to them. What do they tell you that you are saying, hey, this is the key to my success?
Well, I don't think there's one specific thing you can really put my finger on. I think what it is really about is taking 100 things and improving them by 1 or 2%. And that's where Connor and Dr. Below really come in hand, because they're showing us technology that we can use on our farm. Maybe it's on the planter, maybe it's through technology we're using in the seed with fungicide, and it's taking all of those things and just improving them by 1 or 2%, and that's creating that yield of 363 bushel to the acre. So it's hard to put my finger on one specific item, but it's that team of people, that research that they provide that allows us to do this.
We don't have time to do all the 100 of them, but pick out one and tell me how you have improved that by 1%. What did you do? Whether it was to the seed, to the fungicide, to the planter, you pick out one to give me an example.
Yeah, well, let's pick out two. And number one, that's that technology in the seed that continues to improve every year. Farmers want technology in the seed. We use it every year, and we've been able to isolate genetic lines that have been able to improve that. Second, of course, is that chemical and the fungicide. You know, chemicals continue to improve every year that are safer for the environment and safer on the corn plant. And then also with the fungicide, we went from Delaro to Delaro Complete. All the fungicides have improved in the last 2 years, allowing for better plant health longer in their life cycle. Well, we're always looking to the future because we are curious and we always want to improve. So we're looking at new nitrogen plans, maybe a fourth application sometime in a different timing to improve that yield. We're going to see if we can improve our plant spacing just a little bit better. Or we could plant, we're at 38,000 now. Maybe we could push that a little further. We know that through Fred's research coming in the not next year, but coming further down the road, I'm going to say 20-inch row corn is going to be that next avenue for us to take.
When you look at the folks who really got high yields in Illinois, you were the only ones right in the middle of the state. And so apparently you had perfect rain on your farm and nobody else did in the county.
Yeah, so there are some really good yields actually throughout Illinois. If you talk to Dr. Fred Below, you'll find that this year we had more yields over 300 than we ever have before. In Illinois, though, what we had was we have weather patterns. You and I have both talked about this before. Some areas get rain, some areas do not. So south of Decatur, south of Findlay, we did receive rain. Now, north of Findlay, not so much. North of Champaign wasn't real good. But if you get over around that Chrisman area, there were some fantastic field averages. If you go further north around Yorkville, I know on the agronomy team we had a yield there of 348 bushel to the acre. And I know in northwestern Illinois there were some great yields. So weather is very sporadic, and we're just given the cards, and that's what we have to go along with.
That's your Illinois Corn Connection. I'm Stu Ellis. To learn what Illinois corn can do for you, go to www.ilcorn.org.